Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's been a minute. Seems like that's a reoccurring statement. Um, hey, look at the square from the light. Isn't that cool? Gonna be switching to inside here in just a second. Anyways, nothing going on outside. It's been cold. It's been wet. It's December. And that's just is what it is. Not a lot going on out there. So what I've been doing. So hopefully I edit out the freeze dryer noise in the background. But so Skittles and all these things. So I'm trying to get bagged up samples and for sale a bunch of freeze dried Skittles taken to work. I got a bunch of orders. I'm trying to get some things done for before Christmas. So that's what's been going on this last couple of weeks. And then some of these things are, well, I've been playing with 3D printing for a little over a year now, but I'm like, all right, let's show the new rabbit hole I've gone down. This is just something that I printed because I thought it was cool. Giant, you know. Um, Recently did a Baby Yoda. So some of these things, like all this stuff, is just personal things. Dragon eggs, very cool. Doing this all one-handed, so I'm not going to try to do all of them. There's like 3 or 4 nested in there. But so some of these things I'm evaluating to see how they printed. Like these articulating dragons. I'm like, oh, will they print? So did a couple of these the last 2 days. They printed out really nice. They print all in one piece except for the eyes. There's a model where you print the eyes separate and glue them in, but it's really cool. You just throw it on the printer and wait, and there's not a lot of color changes. Playing around to see how these printed. So these are basically keychains. Man, those come out pretty good. So I'm like, all right, those models are decent. And then the person had 3 or 4 of these. So I'm like, all right, that actually printed really well. Again, keychain, very cool. So some of these evaluating. And then we get into the fidget clickers. So the fidget clickers, there is a keyboard button underneath these little jobbers. Not all of these because I just got a big bag of clickers in. So have commercial license for the lady who does all of these. And so I've been going down this rabbit hole and got a bunch of orders I need to get finished, assembled, and go from there. But basically, depending on whatever character or whatever you want to call it is, there is a keyboard button that goes under here, and then you're off to the races. Something like this has 5 buttons. And something like the turtle, or they like to call this one a fruit turtle, so that is like watermelon. Some of the girls like the pink. I like the deep red myself, but anyway, so people like to fidget and click. So that's the rabbit hole I've been going down. And then a couple days they released a big winter package. So there's 3 buttons here for this tree, and there's some different models. So again, just printing them out, see how they printed. This penguin has a clicker. And these, I haven't put the clickers in there yet, but there's place for the keyboard thing. And then you just assemble them and you're off to the races. Mini Stanley tumblers. So giving these out to some friends based on the color that they wanted. So this opens up and you really can't put change in here, but basically people put chapstick or whatever and kind of like to match the color to their Stanley. So, checking out who has what and matching the color, and that's what they're going to get as a gift. So, other than that, and then I pre-printed a bunch of different colors or flavors or whatever you want to call them in anticipation of doing some sales because they take forever to print. You can fit 6 of one color. Oh, you could do different colors that take you forever, but you basically do 6 of one flavor on a plate in a printer, and it takes about 12 hours for it to just print the bottom half. And then you have to print the plates on the top. So I tried to be smart and get a few things pre-printed, and then same thing with some of the other parts. So got the little poop emoji and a couple other things and some spare parts. And that's just what I felt like bringing down here just to make a quick video. Anyways, so that's what I've been up to. Playing with the 3D printer for personal stuff and then trying to print some things like the clickers. Not all of these, basically all of these clickers and some others I haven't assembled are already sold and ready to go. So just have to throw the clickers in there and good to go. Couple people who know where and what I'm from and come over from Sutton's Days know that I had an Etsy up for a minute to help some people out with some jar lifters. And let me say, how come you don't have these up on Etsy? Well, you know what? I dove into this like 2 weeks ago. I said, oh, I'm going to go down this rabbit hole. Printed out a couple samples. I forgot which ones. None of these were the samples. I said, hey, those actually work. And I'm like, all right. So I committed to it, picked up another printer, different model, same company. I'm using Bamboo printers. And started down this rabbit hole. So here I am at the last minute. So I'm basically trying to get these printed, assembled, and sold just to people at work or people that I know in time for Christmas. Didn't want to throw them on Etsy and deal with an influx and have all other problems. Poor timing, but I figure that's the best route. Just not wanting to deal with those headaches and trying to do last minute shipping for Christmas and stuff when I am totally not prepared for any of this. And then just kind of winging it from the work and personal perspective. So anyways, that's what I've been up to. 3D printing and freeze drying Skittles. Other than that, not a lot of else going on. So that's kind of what I've been doing. And that's really it for this week. So other than that, thanks for watching.